ground, Qatari
Airways
112 tree
Please pay
requesting pushback.
attention as we demonstrate the safety features
Qatari
of this
112
aircraft.
tree pushback request
For
accepted.
your comfort and safety, we operate a non-smoking policy on board all our aircraft. Smoking in the toilet will activate a smoke alarm, and tampering with the smoke detector is a criminal offence.
Bahrain ground,
Exits and
Qatari
walkways must
112
be
tree
kept clear
requesting
of
the end
baggage
of
at all
pushback.
times. Baggage
Qatari
should be
112
securely
tree
stowed in
request
the
and
overhead
pushback
compartment
received.
or under the seat in front of you.
Bahrain ground, Qatari
For
112
safety
tree
reasons,
with Quebec
with the
request taxi
exception of
to the active
handheld
west
heads in
departure.
flight mode, the use of electronic
Qatari
devices
112
is
tree
not
taxi
permitted
to
for
and
takeoff
hold short
and
of runway
landing.
30
These
right via
devices
taxiway
must
Zulu
remain
Tango
switched
cross
off
runway
until
12
you are
right Alpha
advised by
Niner.
your cabin crew.
Contact tower on
Please fasten your
118.5 when
seatbelt
ready.
for takeoff and landing. And
Taxi
whenever the
2 and hold
seatbelt
short
sign is
runway 30
illuminated.
right using taxiway Zulu
To
Tango, cross
unfasten,
runway
lift
12
the
right
flap
Alpha
and
Niner,
fully
Qatari
end the task.
112 tree.
If you plan to sleep during the flight, please make sure your seatbelt is fastened and visible to cabin crew. The cabin environment is carefully controlled. If oxygen is required, masks will appear from above you, or you may be required to release the mask by pulling on the coloured flag marked "Pull." Pulling the mask towards you will activate the oxygen supply. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, adjust the band to secure it, and breathe normally. When your mask is fitted correctly, you may assist others. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, please adopt a brace position as shown on the screen. Your life jacket is either beside or underneath your seat. When instructed by the crew, remove it from its container and pull it over your head. Bring the cape around your waist and fasten in front, pulling firmly to secure. Only inflate your life jacket when you are leaving the aircraft by pulling the two red toggles sharply downwards. You can also inflate or top up the life jacket by blowing into the mouthpiece. The life jacket has a whistle to attract attention, and a light that will automatically illuminate when in water. Instant life jackets will be distributed by the cabin crew. Please take a moment to locate the emergency exit nearest to your seat. The emergency exits are clearly marked and are located as shown on the screen. Escape path lighting will guide you to the emergency exit. In case of emergency landing on water, the evacuation slide will serve as well. Please remember to remove footwear before using the slide. To remind yourself of the safety aspects of this aircraft, please read the safety card which is in your seat pocket. And if you have any questions, our cabin crew will be happy to help. To help the cabin crew with final preparations for takeoff, please ensure your seat is in a fully upright position, your window blind is open, your tray table is folded away, and your seatbelt is fastened. Thank you for your attention, and enjoy your flight with Qatar Airways.
runway 30 right, ready for departure to the west.
Qatari 112 tree, wind 317 at 20. Departure to the west approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 30 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 30 right, Qatari 112 tree. Bahrain Tower, Qatari 112 tree, continue for west departure. Bahrain Tower, Qatari 112 tree, frequency change. Bahrain approach, Qatari 112 tree is type Airbus A20N, 5 miles west of Bahrain, 1,600 feet. Request flight following.
Qatari 112 tree, Bahrain approach. Squawk 0744.
Squawk 0744, Qatari 112 tree.
Qatari 112 tree, radar contact 5 miles west of Bahrain, 1,600 feet. Altimeter 29.53.
Roger, Qatari 112 tree.
contact Bahrain approach on 127.85. Good day.
127.85, Qatari 112 tree. Goodbye. Bahrain approach, Qatari 112 tree, 3,300 feet.
Qatari 112 tree Bahrain approach altimeter 29.52 radar contact continue. Qatari 112 tree contact approach on 124.95. Good day.
124.95, Qatari 112 tree. Goodbye. Approach Qatari 112 tree, 3,800 feet.
Qatari 112 tree approach altimeter 29.52 radar contact continue.
Approach Qatari 112 tree. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Qatari 112 tree approach. Clear through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace, Qatari 112 tree.
contact Bahrain Center on 126.7. Good day.
Going to 126.7 Qatari 112 tree. Bahrain Center, Qatari 112 tree, 5,900 feet.
Qatari 112 tree Bahrain Center altimeter 29.49 radar contact continue. approach on 120.6.
This is German from the flight safety captain speaking. Very shortly beating our descent. Now we trust you've enjoyed the flight. Thanks for choosing to fly with us. On behalf of myself and the crew, we'd like to wish you a very pleasant stay and a very safe onward journey. And we'll see you on board again very soon. Have a good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we've now commenced our descent, we require that you return to your seat, ensure that your hand baggage is either restowed beneath your seat or in the overhead lockers, your tray table and seat backs are in the upright position, and your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
بالنظر إلى أننا بدأنا في الهبوط، نطلب منكم أن تعودوا إلى مقاعدكم وتتأكدوا من أن أمتعتكم اليدوية مخزنة إما تحت المقعد وإما في الخزائن العلوية، وأن منضدة الصينية مطوية ومثبتة، وظهر المقعد في وضع قائم، وحزام المقعد مربوط بإحكام. شكراً.
112 tree is 1 mile southeast, 900 feet with Alpha to land.
Qatari 112 tree tower. Altimeter 29.47 wind tree 17 at 2 tree. Make left downwind runway tree 4 right.
Enter left downwind runway tree 4 right Qatari 112 tree.
Clear to land runway tree 4 right Qatari tree 90.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Tower Qatari 71012 miles south inbound visual runway tree 4 right approach. Qatari 710 tower. Altimeter 29.47 wind tree 17 at 2 tree. Cleared visual runway tree 4 right approach. Qatari tree 90, you are not cleared to land. Clear the runway. Cleared visual runway tree 4 right approach Qatari 710. Qatari tree 90 contact ground on 118.575. 118.575 Qatari tree 90. Goodbye.
Gentlemen, from the flight deck, the captain speaking. Very shortly beginning our descent. We trust you've enjoyed the flight. Thanks for choosing to fly with us. On behalf of myself and the crew, we'd like to wish you a very pleasant stay or indeed a very safe onward journey. And we'll see you on board again very soon. Have a good day.
Clear to land runway.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we've now commenced our descent, we require that you return to your seat, ensure that your hand baggage is either restowed beneath your seat or in the overhead lockers, your tray table and seat backs are in the upright position, and your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
بالنظر إلى أننا بدأنا في الهبوط، نطلب منكم أن تعودوا إلى مقاعدكم وتتأكدوا من أن أمتعتكم اليدوية مخزنة إما تحت المقعد وإما في الخزائن العلوية، وأن منضدة الصينية مطوية ومثبتة، وظهر المقعد في وضع قائم، وحزام المقعد مربوط بإحكام. شكرا.
Sim rate 1. Sim rate 2.
29.65 Qatari 710. Goodbye.
Runway tree, 4 right Qatari 112 tree.
Altimeter 29.47 wind tree 27 at 14. Cleared visual runway tree for right approach. Cleared visual runway tree for right approach Qatari 1342. Qatari 1342, follow the aircraft on final. Wind tree 27 at 25. Clear to land runway tree 4 right. Clear to land runway tree 4 right, Qatari 1342.
100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Redirect.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Please ensure that you have all your personal belongings with you as you leave the aircraft. Also remember that smoking is only permitted in designated areas. You may now use your mobile and electronic devices if you wish to do so. We hope that you will include Qatar Airways in your future travel plans. To book your next flight, please visit QatarAirways.com. On behalf of Qatar Airways, the One World Alliance, and the rest of the cabin crew team, we wish you a pleasant stay or a safe journey to your final destination. Qatar Airways going places together. Thank you.
Qatari 112 contact ground on 121.675.
الرجاء تأكد من أخذ جميع متاعاتك قبل مغادرة الطائرة. يمكنكم الآن استخدام هاتفكم الجوال إذا كنتم ترغبون بذلك. لا يمكنكم التدخين إلا في الأماكن المخصصة لذلك في المطار. لحجز رحلتك القادمة الرجاء زيارة موقعنا qatarirways.com. فنحن نتمنى لكم رحلة ممتعة تمشوا قطرية مع النيل
Goodbye.
Good disarm doors for arrival caution.
Ground Qatari 112 tree taxi to the gate.
Qatari 112 tree taxi to gate Bravo 10 via taxiway Alpha 4 Bravo Alpha tree Echo 1 Delta.
Taxiing to gate Bravo 10 via taxiway Alpha for Bravo Alpha tree Echo 1 Delta Qatari 112 tree.
Ground Qatari 710 taxi to the gate. Qatari 710 taxi to gate Charlie 1 tree using taxiway Delta Echo 4. Taxiing to gate Charlie 1 tree via taxiway Delta Echo 4 Qatari 710.